A very warm welcome to everyone. In this video, I will summarize a significant judgment of the Supreme Court of India on the issue relating to definition of Aravalli Hills and ranges, particularly in the context of mining. This case is titled In Re Issue relating to definition of Aravalli Hills and ranges, and it deals with one of India's most fragile and critical ecological systems. At the outset, the Supreme Court emphasized the importance of Aravalli ecosystem. The Aravallis acts as a green barrier and forms an effective shield against the desertification by preventing the eastward spread of the Thar Desert towards the Indo-Gangetic Plains, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh. Now let's look at how the court approached this issue. By an order dated 10th January 2024, the Supreme Court requested the Central Empowered Committee (CEC) to examine whether the existing classification of the Aravalli Hills and Ranges, particularly for permitting mining, should be continued or not. Pursuant to this order, the CEC submitted its reports on 7th March 2024. The CEC recommended that the Aravalli Hills be fully mapped first, followed by a comprehensive environmental impact study. Till then, no new or renewed mining leases should be allowed, and mining must be completely prohibited in ecologically sensitive areas, and all minings in the forest area should be suspended till the pending study, and mining elsewhere should be allowed only with full statutory clearances. Illegal and non-compliant mines must be closed, groundwater reaching mines shut, abandoned mines restored, stone crushers strictly regulated and kept away from the Aravallis, and use of explosives discouraged. After examining the CEC report, the Supreme Court, by an order dated 9th May 2024, held that the issue of mining in the Aravalli Hills and Ranges must be addressed jointly by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and the four concerned states: Rajasthan, Haryana, Gujarat, and Delhi. The court also identified a core problem. Illegal minings were being facilitated because the different states were using different definitions of what constitutes the Aravalli Hills and Aravalli Ranges. To resolve this, the court directed the constitution of a high-level committee to provide a uniform definition. The committee consisted of Secretary of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Forest Secretaries of Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan and Gujarat, a representative of the Forest Survey of India, Central Empowered Committee, and representative of the Geological Survey of India, and Joint Secretary of Ministry as the convener. The committee submitted its reports through the ministry on 3 October 2025. Now let's look at what the learned amicus curiae had to say. Mr. K. Parmeshwar, who was the learned amicus curiae, placed reliance on the Forest Survey of India's status report dated 19th August 2010, which was prepared pursuant to an earlier Supreme Court order. Forest Survey of India (FSI) defined the Aravallis as all land having slope of 3 degrees, together with a 100-meter foothill buffer, including valleys up to 500 meters between hills, and areas enclosed by hills, treating the Aravalli range as a single continuous ecological system. This definition is important because it keeps the Aravalli system continuous, prevents selective mining by cutting hills into pieces, and protects groundwater recharge zones, valleys, and ecological corridors. The committee, however, recommended a different operational definition of mining. It defined Aravalli Hills as any landform located in the Aravalli district having an elevation of 100 meters or more from the local relief. Aravalli Range as two or more Aravalli Hills as defined above, located within the proximity of 500 meters from each other. The learned amicus submitted that if the definition as recommended by the committee is accepted, all the hills below the height of 100 meters would be opened up for mining, and as a result, the Aravalli Hills and Ranges would lose their continuity and integrity. He therefore submitted that if the definition as suggested by the committee is accepted, it would totally endanger the environment ecology of the mountains. And against this, Mrs. Bhati, the learned ASJ, submitted that if the definition of Aravalli Hills and Ranges as suggested by the FSI is accepted, it would exclude large areas of the Aravalli Hills and Ranges. She, however, submitted that the definition as suggested by the committee is adopted, a larger area would be included as part of the Aravalli Hills and Ranges. In conclusion, the Supreme Court passed the following orders. The court accepted the recommendation made by the committee with regard to definition of the Aravalli Hills and Ranges given by the ministry. It accepted the prohibition of mining in core and inviolate areas subject to limited exceptions. It accepted the recommendations for sustainable mining and prevention of illegal mining. It directed the ministry to prepare a management plan for sustainable mining (MPSM) through Indian Council of Forest Research and Education (ICFRE) for the entire Aravallis, and directed that till the management plan for sustainable mining (MPSM) is finalized, no new mining leases should be granted. Mining will thereafter be permitted strictly in accordance with the MPSM, and existing mining operation may be continued only in strict compliances with the committee's safeguards. If you found this summary useful, do like, share, and subscribe for more clear and accurate breakdowns of important Supreme Court judgments. Thank you for watching this video.